The decision to sell your home is always a significant event in anyone's life, and planning and understanding how the process works can make the transaction so much easier. I'm here with Pauline Horkin, an experienced property solicitor with Dillon solicitors in Rathfarnham, to talk us through the do's and don'ts when it comes to selling your home. You're very welcome, Pauline.
Thank you, Sybil.
I'm sure you have calmed many a nerve over the years when it comes
Absolutely.
to selling homes.
Yeah, we've had quite a lot of clients through our doors over the years, and we like to think that we look after them to make it as easy a process as possible for them.
Well, what's the first thing that somebody needs to do when it comes to selling their house?
Well, the first thing we need from them is their deeds. So sometimes they will have them themselves, and if they don't, we'll just get them to sign an authority so we can get them from the bank.
Okay, and then what other information do you need from the seller before the sale?
Well, we would need things like household charge receipts, local property tax receipts. If they've rented out the property, we'd need receipts for the non-principal place of residence charge. We'd also need water receipts. So there's quite a bit of paperwork, I suppose, that they can give us, but it all helps to make it easier for them, down the line once a contract is to be sent out.
Of course, I'm sure the seller probably needs their payments all to be up to date.
Oh, absolutely. But if they haven't, or if there's an issue with that, they can let us know and we can deal with that with the solicitor on the other side, and we can just agree to take those out of the sale proceeds.
Okay, so once a sale is agreed, what happens next?
Well, the contract that we would have got ready in advance, that'll just go straight out once we get the note from the estate agent. So the estate agent will tell us who the purchaser is going to be, what price has been agreed, and we send the contract out straight away. We'll get queries from the solicitor acting for the buyer of the property, and once we've answered those, we get a signed contract back.
Okay, and then how long, this is probably a difficult one, but how long does the process normally take? I'm sure,
It can vary usually. Standard would be kind of 6 to 8 weeks from when the contract first goes out, but, these can vary, and often people might want it to vary, depending on what their situation is.
And of course, if there's any hiccups, it can drag on for months.
Well, that's it, and obviously that's why the more preparation that can be done in advance to avoid those things and make it a bit easier for people.
But here at Dillon Solicitors, you probably try and get it. You probably try and stick to the 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, absolutely. That's the aim. And there's no reason why that can't be done once everything's kind of moves along and everything's in place.
Okay, so what does the seller then need to do before that crucial closing date?
The key things are obviously to clear out the property, in particular their attics and their sheds. That's always the one that comes up as an issue after when we're about to close. So just to clear it out and obviously give keys to the estate agent and make sure everything's ready, and notify the utility companies as well, just for themselves.
Okay, so it has to be completely cleared unless they've agreed to sell some of the furniture.
Absolutely, yeah. So that'll have been agreed at contract stage.
Okay, and then what exactly happens then on the closing date?
On the actual closing date, a lot of the time we'd have got documents signed in advance by them. So really they just need to finish the clearing and make sure the property's empty. We will deal with the sale with the solicitor on the other side and get the deeds over to them. They will transfer the funds, and then really once it's complete and everything's in order, we'll authorise release of keys from the agent.
And then you have the happy task of handing the keys over to the new buyer. Maybe.
Exactly. So once that's done, and then the final thing we would do is obviously just clear any mortgages that might be on the property for the clients. We'll do that, and then any payment due back to them, we'll arrange that as well.
And you enjoy seeing the look of relief on your client's face?
Absolutely. No, it can be a stressful process, but we try to make it as easy as possible at Dillon Solicitors.
Okay, well, Pauline Horkin, many thanks for that.
Thanks very much.